I'm going to share a few of my ideas on how I see my own work. I don't know what I'd call myself. I teach leadership. I teach high performance. I record these videos in this podcast. I create online courses. I give speeches around the world for a lot of the Fortune 500 and fast-growing companies. I run a team. I do some private coaching. But more than anything else, what do I do for a living? I'm an instrument of service. But I see my work as my craft. And there are a few things that are really, really important for me. Number one, as I become more successful, I want to be more open. You see, every professional was once an amateur. Every master was once a beginner. And I guess what I'm trying to suggest to you really is the moment you think you're a master is the moment you fall to beginnerhood. I just made up a word right there. But the point is, as you become more successful, you want to be more open. In The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, there's that old Zen proverb, right? So basically there's this master and there's a student, and the student wants to be the master, and the student says, "Oh, great master, how can I be a master just like you?" And he keeps on asking these questions, and then the master notices that the student is talking so much, he's not listening. And the master notices the student is so caught up in his own ego and sharing how far he's come, he's not really hearing very much that the master is saying. And so the master says, "Well, why don't we have a cup of tea?" And if you've read The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, you know the story. And so they start to have this cup of tea. And the master comes into the room with these 2 teacups, and the master starts pouring in the student's cup. And he pours a little more, and he keeps on pouring, and he pours, but the cup starts to fill up, and it starts to pour all over the table, and the student can't handle it anymore, and he goes, "Oh, great master, what are you doing? The cup here is totally full, but yet you keep on pouring." And the master says, "Oh, young grasshopper, your cup inside, just like this cup of tea, is so full no more can get in. And until you first empty your cup, how can more get in?"